Working out in the gym is one of the best ways to invest your time when it comes to transforming your body and your health. It's where you generate muscle growth and strength gain stimulus. It's where you improve your mobility and flexibility. And depending on the type of exercise you do, it's where you can improve your cardiovascular health. There's no denying that changing your body in those ways has the potential to be absolutely life-changing. That all said, countless people approach their gym workouts with the expectation of accomplishing another goal outside of those ones, without realizing that that goal, in fact, is very unlikely to come into fruition from working out in the gym alone. This can be very problematic for a few reasons. First, working hard and consistently towards a goal that is just not reasonably attainable can be both frustrating and disappointing. And second, by working towards the goal through the wrong means, you'll be keeping your time and energy away from the way that actually will lead you towards accomplishing that goal. In this video, while showing you footage from my latest gym workout, I'm going to try to bring light to what this perhaps surprising, unrealistic goal is and what you ought to be doing to actually accomplish it outside of doing your gym workouts. Before we get started, if you find this video to be helpful, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. Okay, let's dive in. Here's a question for you. What would you say are the most common goals people start going to the gym to accomplish? I suspect there would be something like to build muscle, to get strong, to become overall healthier, and to lose body fat. I think that sounds about right. Of those four goals, however, one of them might never be accomplished from purely doing your workouts. No matter how hard you work out, how often you work out, or how consistently you do so. This is something that so many people get wrong, and in turn leads to no shortage of disappointment and frustration. Can you guess which of those four goals I'm talking about? It's losing body fat. Surprising? I'll explain. Fat loss occurs through being in a caloric deficit. This is something that I think most people know or at least have heard about in this day and age. In short, a caloric deficit means eating fewer calories than the body uses for energy. The difference between the calories consumed versus the calories used, or the deficit, corresponds with the amount of fat or stored energy the body loses. Now, when you lift weights or do cardio at the gym, you burn calories. Yes, absolutely. But the amount of calories burned within a reasonable amount of time, let's say in an hour for most people, or even up to a few hours for the minority, is a lot less than what most people think. Don't get me wrong, those burned calories do help, but for many people, they aren't enough to lead to a consistent deficit to thereby lead to predictable fat loss. This is something that I personally didn't understand for years as a younger lifter. I trained like a maniac 5 to 6 days a week. I put max effort into my workouts, made sure to stay in the gym for at least 2-hour-long sessions, and even made a point of spending the first 20 to 30 minutes of each session training my abs in hopes of burning the fat off of my midsection to get a six-pack. I thought that doing so would eventually lead me to accomplish one of my ultimate goals, which was to become lean, toned, defined, and to have clear, visible abs. See, that goal can be accomplished through having lots of muscle, which the hard training did definitely lead me to, but also fat loss, which the working out didn't really lead to. At the time, I wasn't overweight, and the gym workouts did do some fantastic things to my physique in terms of muscle growth. But what it didn't do was get me lean, toned, and defined with visible abs through losing fat the way I really wanted it to. In fact, in retrospect, my body fat levels pretty much stayed the exact same for years amidst all of that hard, consistent training. I had this hope that eventually, if I just kept training hard, something would somehow change and the fat would come off of my body. Of course, it didn't. I share this because I think many people approach their gym workouts with similar unrealistic expectations. I know that I consistently felt frustrated and wrongfully developed a belief that my body or my genetics just weren't built for being toned and defined. That was wrongful thinking. See, to effectively ensure you're in a caloric deficit to accomplish impressive and predictable fat loss, it's your nutrition that matters significantly more. We have the capacity to control our energy balance, or the relationship between the calories we burn versus the calories we use, through controlling the calories we take into our body through eating food. Again, you could be working out hard and consistently for years, but if you're eating more calories than you're burning from your workouts, which is very easy to do, then you'll never get leaner. You might be wondering, but won't I burn more calories from the muscle I'm building in my workouts? Won't that help me lose fat? The answer is yes, but that amount is a lot less than you might expect and can, again, very easily be offset by the amount of calories eaten. So, to accomplish fat loss, you need to home in on your diet. That's the best means of ensuring you are consistently in a caloric deficit. This isn't to dissuade you to stop working out. Absolutely not. Your gym workouts are an incredibly valuable investment in spending your time to positively impact your body and health through muscle growth, strength gain, improving your mobility, improving your metabolic health, and more. And yes, it does help burn some calories, which can help fat loss a little. But truly, I mean a little. The best thing you can do from what I've learned and experienced is to, yes, continue working out regularly, but to also, and my goodness, I can't suggest this enough, to home in on your nutrition to ensure that you're eating in a deficit. You know the old saying, you can't out-train a bad diet? Well, it's true. And that's it. Working out with the expectation or the goal of losing body fat is actually kind of an unrealistic one. It's controlling your diet that acts as the best means of accomplishing predictable fat loss to become lean, toned, defined, and even get visible abs. Again, working out is one of the best ways of investing your time when it comes to positively impacting your body and your health. It just happens to not be the single best means of accomplishing fat loss. At this point, I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know your insights, comments, questions, and personal experiences in the comment section below. Before this video comes to a close, I want to quickly let you know about the work that I do. When I'm not making YouTube videos and Instagram content, I work full-time as an online physique coach, where I help my clients to accomplish their muscle growth and fat loss goals by optimizing their approach to strength training and nutrition. And I coach them through the process. I've been doing this work for over 7 years and love helping my clients to not only transform their bodies, but ultimately their lives. If you've been considering getting some help with accomplishing your own physique goals, feel free to hit the link in the description below, where you can learn a little bit more about the work that I do and how it can help you. You can even use that link to schedule a free video consultation with me. If you have any questions about my coaching or how I can help you, just email me at sam@jadeathletics.ca. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.